Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. This is Proof in the Markets by yours truly, Kojak's Pro. So guys, I've been away for the charts for a while now, and the reason for that is because I've just been allowed the market to cook. You guys can remember that the last video I uploaded about our insights into the currency pairs on our watch list for this year. Well, it's pretty much so that we should exercise patience until the setups materialize. But I've been very optimistic about the trades for this year as compared to last year. This year, the markets across various pairs have been somewhat getting out of their long-term ranges and trying to now actually trend. So we're pretty much going to make a lot of money this year. I mean, a lot of pips, and we're going to make so much return on investment. So I've been away from the chart, just allowed the market to set up nicely for our entries. Now, you guys can remember way back in November, we took a loss on GBPJPY, and I analyzed the loss, and I came on here to discuss that with you guys. Now, pretty much so, what's JPY is saying for us at this point in time. So I just want to quickly touch on GBPJPY just for this video so that we can see what's really happening. So we're going to do this using the top-down analysis. In case you don't know and you're new to this channel, that's how we analyze the markets. We trade from the higher time frames and scale down to the lower time frames to make our entry based on the bias on the higher time frames. And we do not trade against the trend from the higher time frames, because that would just mean trading against the flow of the river, and that's going to cause us a lot of issues. So quickly, what's happening on GBPJPY, guys? So I forgot to say that in case you're new to this channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification so that you get the newest feeds I release on this channel. So quickly, what's happening on GBPJPY? So as you guys know, we usually start our analysis from the higher time frames. We usually start from the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, now what we're saying, we have a long-standing downward trend line coming from way back in 1987, and now that trend has been broken. I did share that on my previous episode. It's been broken, and it did so at about 1st of January last year. So it's been over a year now since GBPJPY became all-time bullish rather. So currently now, what are we seeing on the monthly time frame? We can see that GBPJPY has just been ranging, sequel to his break, has just been ranging on this zone here. It has just been ranging on this zone here, which is the monthly zone, and we had our initial break right here. Apart from the fact that we are now all-time bullish, we had this break right here, and you rallied all the way. You guys know that we don't trade on the break. We at bullish investor, we don't trade on the break. We wait for a retest, we wait for a full retest. So after the monthly has showed us so, we wait for a full retest to give us the notch, the indication. We like clarity. So the indication didn't come through. The monthly zone still came back and still traded below it. It didn't really give us any opportunity to get in. So, and it's been just ranging around here for quite a while now. So let's just quickly go to the weekly time frame to see what's happening on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, guys, I'm just going to say something now. We have got the monthly zones, which are these blue zones. We've got blue zones there, and then we've got the green zones, which are the weekly zones. But if you look at this monthly zone now, where GBPJPY is currently, interspersed, is in constant interspersed between this monthly zone and this monthly zone. Ideally, I usually love to have only just one weekly zone intervening between two monthly zones. But in this case, because of the way and manner GBPJPY has been creating, some sort of patterns around these zones, in between these zones rather, it's behoves me to add an extra zone to the one previously drawn, and that's because GBPJPY is trying to create what looks like a double top rather. So look at this. So this is I'm just going to use the ellipse to draw it. So I'm seeing this on the weekly time frame as a right as a left top. I'm also seeing this as a left top as well. So we have seen that we have had two tops making a double top on the weekly time frame. So whenever chart patterns like this form on the weekly time frame, you know that the trend is about to reverse. Now this being the neckline, we have to wait for price to break the neckline. But this is going contrary to the bias on the higher time frames, like what the monthly time frame spells. The monthly time frame says we are bullish. Then the weekly time frame is trying to create a chart pattern that is negating the interest on the monthly time frame. So what does it mean for us as traders? We like to take trades based on high probability. Now you've seen that the probability has moved from 95% as spelled by the high time frames of being bullish to now 50% because of a chart pattern is forming on the weekly time frame that is likely to reverse the trend. So the interests have now gone to 50-50. The probability of taking a successful trade on GBPJPY has gone to 50-50 because of this chart pattern. So what does it say for us as traders? We wait until we get the probability back in our favor, and the only way to get the probability back in our favor is for this to happen. I've just scaled to the daily time frame to show you guys exactly what's happening. Now you can see that a counter trend line has been done on the daily. For those of you that want to enter this trade for a short sell, for a short sell, if GBPJPY holds below this monthly zone, breaks this counter trend line, you're going to see the counter trend line clearly on the 4 hourly. So if GBPJPY breaks this counter trend line like so, I will go for a trade to the downside, at least to the 100% retracement. So a trade to the 100% retracement will be imminent if that break happens. And if we set up like so, this ideally how I want to set up for this trade. And this is almost a risk reward of 1:2, which will be a nice trade to take. However, I will reduce my risk. I'll reduce my risk to, from usual 3%, I'll reduce it to about 1% until the change in bias is fully formed. And the only way the change in bias will be fully formed is if you can see that this is the neckline from the weekly time frame. So if we eventually come and break this neckline, so guys, this mouse is acting up a bit. So if we eventually come break this neckline and test, then I can now put in more lots for this. Let's take my usual 3% to the downside. That's how I'm going to play GBPJPY for now. But for now, if I'm going to be interested in taking this trade, I will only risk 1%. On the flip side, guys, so just take this out now. On the flip side, to get GBPJPY back to our monthly bias of being bullish, we just have to wait. Simple, guys. Patience is the key. The only way we can do this to change the probability of 50% to a probability of 80-90%, we have to wait till we break above this. Once we break above this and set up nicely, like you know how we usually set up, we take all the trade all the way. And if this happens, I'm going to stick fully on this move. Now I'm going to stick fully on this move. If this happened like so, this I'm going to want to set up for this trade. After we have retested here, just going to take this out. So guys, if this break happens like so and gives us a good retest, this is going to be my first level target here. And look at how we're going to set up for this trade. So this is going to be my risk rewards too, and then my first level target will be up here at the weekly zone. So this is a risk reward of 1:6.07. So if I were to risk my usual 3% on this trade at 1:6.07, 3 times 6.07, that's going to give us an 18% return on investment. Now 18% return on investment, if you're trading a $50,000 account, $50,000 times 18, you will return about $9,000 on this trade. So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to trading on GBPJPY. I will stick my usual 3% once this happens and then go up the way. So $50,000 is a hypothetical sum. You guys know that I trade way above that amount. I trade a significant amount of money. I'm just showing you how I love to go about my trades. because once that happens, we'll be in the clear. We'll be in the clear. And just to check something else, guys, because when we see this on the weekly, just trying to see our feed move for this. Yeah, because this is Willy zone. You can see that clearly this is Willy zone. So once we eventually do break above the Willy zone area, we are clear. So our first level target will be at the 100% retracement, which is here, which is why I've said we'll target that zone all the way to that zone, and then ride with the flow. So that's it, guys, on GBPJPY, and that's how I love to trade GBPJPY. For now, it's not in my top list. Let me just quickly look at my top list. Okay, it's still in my top list, but it's way down on my top list, and that's how I want to trade GBPJPY. So, guys, that's how it is, and that's how I want to set up nicely for GBPJPY trade. If this happens, and even if it does happen in March, I'll be more than likely and ready to take this trade. So thank you guys for staying with me to the end of this video, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care. Bye.